And another thing, a lot of you guys try to act like you're woke because you're spreading discriminatory things about white people in America. A lot of black Americans try to act like they're woke when they're really just high off the za. You're trying to act like you're woke and you look sleepy as hell because you're so high. You talk about how your life is not good. This can't happen in life. This can't happen in life. They doing this to you. They're oppressing you. They're making it hard for you to have this, to have that. If you put down the marriage of Wayne, okay, if you put down the za, it is possible that you can start seeing clearly that life is not, there are obstacles in life, but you can make it, okay? And you're not going to make it by blaming white people who have no control over what their ancestors did. Okay, you can't, that's not woke. You look so sleepy when you're smacked off the za and you're trying to say you're woke. You're not woke. You're intoxicated. You're under the influence and you don't know what you're talking about. Racism actually does not exist in America. The only people that complain about racism are black people that are just too lazy to work hard for what they want in the world, so they just blame racism. But really, you didn't even try. One thing black American people need to understand, specifically black American women, is white people are not our enemy. They want to be our friend, okay? White people want to be your friend. They like you. They are more afraid of you than you are of them. A lot of the times, if you come into a confrontation with a white person, you will see that as soon as you say, you know what, I'm sorry for being loud, or I'm sorry, that's my fault, you good, I didn't mean to do that. Watch them switch and be like, no, I'm sorry. I didn't want a problem. I love your hair. You're very beautiful. They will give you 10,000 compliments because really they just want to be friends with us. To them, we are their brothers and sisters. Black Americans and white Americans really do love us. Like, to them, we all the same. But they afraid that if they try to reach out to us, we're going to bite them. So you got to stop complaining and just be.
Have you ever heard someone saying that black people are the problem and not white people? Have you ever heard someone saying that other races come to America and succeed, why not black people? Because I recently saw a video of a black woman, Jamaican American, saying the exactly words that I'm telling you. And let me be real with you. That narrative, it is so dangerous. It erases history. It ignores system built to keep black people at the bottom. And the worst of all, it blames the victims for their own oppression. Today, I'm going to break this down, not with emotions, but with facts, with the truth, and with history. Because if we don't understand the root of the problem, we will keep blaming the plant. But before I go down into that, I want to play a video of this lady. She keep on saying, talking about black fatigue, talking about how black people are the problem, talking about how black people are the root of the problem and not white people. Listen to this video, watch it, leave your comment down there, and then when I come back, I'm coming back in with the full force of my commentary.
Nobody's saying that I don't love my own people. I'm black. I told you guys, I'm Jamaican American. I love my people. I am not seeking white approval. So you guys don't have to be in my comments saying she's seeking white approval. No, I am not. Do you see me with any white people around me? Do you see me with any white people around me? No, you don't. No, you don't. What I am saying is, if black people, black Americans are going to do anything as a people in this country besides entertainment, because that's the only way they respect you as a black American, is if you're in the entertainment industry. Okay, there are black American lawyers, black American doctors, sure. But what I'm saying is the majority of the black American ethnicity, the culture that is here in America, is chaotic, is disruptive, is rude, is violent. How many times do you drive through the hood and you just know, oop, made a wrong turn? Why? Because there's yellow tape up. Why? Because it's pop, pop, pop. Pop, pop, pop. Shootings, pew-pewings, whatever you want to call them. The violence, the attackings, the robberies. And then people, they get scared when they see black people in their neighborhood. It's not because they're racist. It's because, do you live here, or did you find your way here by accident, or did you find your way here on purpose? It's not, listen, black fatigue is so much more than just saying we're tired of black people. No, we want a peaceful America. We want every neighborhood to be the same. Just because it's predominantly black doesn't mean people have to unalive each other. Doesn't mean people have to rob each other. Doesn't mean people have to poison each other by standing on the corner or hugging the block selling substances to their moms and children. Doesn't mean moms have to have 5 kids to take government checks and then let them kids astray when they're 18, because that's one of the main problems in the black community is you have so many people born for the reason of government income, so that when it's time for them to be adults, they're not properly vetted to be adults. They're just let out in the world at 18 when the check stops. And then that's where the violence and all this stuff comes. So yes, there's so many levels to this. But blaming white people, blaming the government, y'all blaming all these things except for blaming your mama and yourselves. Your mom didn't have to have 5 babies. Your mom didn't have to throw you out at 18. Your mom didn't have to not prepare you, not even show you how to open up a motherfucking bank account, not even show you how to go get a driver's license or ID. Like that happens way too often in the black community. And you guys don't see it. All you're saying is, oh, she wants white approval. She wants white approval. It's not about white approval, baby. It's about, I'm trying to help y'all. I'm trying to show y'all it don't have to be like that. You can live in your neighborhood and it just be a black neighborhood. It doesn't have to be any unalivings. It doesn't have to be any substance sellings. It doesn't have to be anything like that. Any danger, any feeling like, am I safe here? Why? Because who's keeping each other unsafe? Black on black. White people not coming in our neighborhoods with pitchforks and hoods and fire pitches, and that's long gone. We doing it to ourselves. Even if white people were the problem, they ain't gotta do nothing, because we take care of that ourselves. We take care of eliminating each other ourselves. When are y'all gonna wake up and see that the problem in America is that ghetto ratchet bullshit? That ghetto, and I'm ghetto and I'm ratchet in a fun way, in a shake your booty in a club type of way, in a listen to some hip hop and shake your ass and take a couple shots type of way. Not in a let me fight in the freaking mall, let me shake my booty in Lululemon type of way. No, I can't even fit Lululemon. So that's how you know I'm not lying. But seriously, you guys gotta understand, I'm not saying these things for white approval. Honestly, I love white people the way y'all peaceful, but I could care less if white people approve of me for what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, if black American race wants to survive and wants to have a place in America 50 years from now, you gotta cut your shit. You gotta cut your shit. It's too much, it's ridiculous, and honestly, everybody's uncomfortable. Everybody's uncomfortable with it. Black people, white people, Chinese people, Mexican people, Uruguay, Paraguay, Uzbekistan, Kazakhstan, everybody's tired of it. Nobody wants to see it anymore. And the last thing you want to be as a people is a group of people that no one in the world wants around. Because y'all know how this earth get down. Y'all know how the governments in this earth get down. The last thing you want to be is a group of people that no one in the world wants around. Think about it. Do you really want to be in that position where no one in the world wants you around and you don't have a nation to call your own? Think about it. Think about it. Think about it. I'm not trying to seek white approval. I'm trying to help y'all. Because you on a very dark and destructive road in this country. And it's not everybody. But if 80 to 20 is crazy ratchet ghetto and the 20% is not, I mean, you just going to get grouped in. Y'all got to think about your children. Y'all got to think about the people that you're leaving your legacy to. Y'all. The black American behavior, the black fatigue is real. Get just simple everyday tasks that people should be able to do in their lives. Going to the store, doing simple things, checking their mail. Why is it always lead to confrontation, crazy things? 70 degrees in the hood. That's what I say. Once it's 75 degrees, the bullets start flying. In the hood, once it's 75 degrees, the bullets start flying. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's a heat-activated niggatry, but it's crazy. And it has to stop. And if you guys don't like what I'm saying, simply just don't watch. You're arguing with me in my comments about what I'm saying to be true. You're bringing up slavery. We're talking about 1800s. We are in 2025. Who is killing black people in 2025? Other black people. YNs, young ninjas, young niggas out here. The other day, I was driving to my neighborhood, but I had to take, one of the main avenues. a BMW skirted, pulled off, 7 young niggas hopped out the car and 2 girls ran and the whole block got shut down. This is crazy. There's shootings, and it's everywhere. It's in every state, and I'm telling you, whatever. Y'all don't care, I don't care. Whatever. Go ahead and make your race the most unwanted. Make your group and your culture, because it's not a race, it's a culture, it's an ethnicity. Make your culture the most unwanted group in the United States of America. Because I look just like you, and I'm telling you, y'all not bringing me down with y'all. Y'all not. And if you guys really want to talk about it, let's talk about black judging culture. You guys are always talking about, oh, there are Karens, and I don't like going to white spaces. I'd rather go to black-owned places, and oh, I feel like I'm being judged by white people. And no matter where you are, you'll never be lonely because there'll always be a white person watching. No, let's talk about the verbal abuse that walking into black spaces, black girls go through, and maybe black guys too. But I'm telling you, black Americans will chew you out. They will tear you down. They will tear you apart and pick you apart from the inside out, from head to toe. So if you really want to talk about being judged and people being racist and not being able to go places and things like that and not feeling comfortable where you are because of your skin color, black judging culture is the most traumatizing thing you can go through as a female. I'm telling you, if I know I'm going to a black-owned business, or if I'm going to a black space, or any place that I know is going to be predominantly black, when I tell you your edges, your makeup, your shoes, everything has to be so perfect, and they will still find, look at her eyelash. You see her eyelash right there? Look at her. Oh my God, I would not leave outside with my eyelashes like that. Your eyelashes, like it, you do not understand. Black judging culture is some of the worst things. Like okay, if you go into a predominantly white area, or you go into white spaces, you go to dinner, you wear your natural hair, the most someone will say is, I love your hair. That's the most they will say. Black culture, you are not allowed to have a natural hairstyle if your hair is anything kinkier than 4A. 4B, 4C, don't even try it. They will say why you ain't got your hair done. And don't even try the whole, yeah, it's popular on social media to have the natural, the short natural, the wash and go. It's not rocking in predominantly black spaces. So before you go and say white people judge us based on our skin color, let me tell you, you can go as a black woman into a white space with natural hair, no makeup, baggy clothes, and Target sandals, and no one will say anything to you. You will walk by a group of black women in a black space with that same outfit, and I'm telling you, it won't even be a whisper. It will be out loud, like, I know she ain't leave the house like that. I know that ain't. She need to go get her hair done. I know she ain't got on no makeup. Where she get those shoes from? Who makes those? Like, I'm telling you, they will tear you apart piece by piece. And it is so traumatizing. And they say, oh, black girls are not a monolith. Black people are not a monolith. So if we're not a monolith, how come you guys crucify any black girl that tries to walk to a beat of a different drum? And don't try it. Oh, we don't do that. Yes, you do. A black girl with her hair natural and her hair is anything kinkier than 4A, you guys will tear her apart. And you guys know, and it's not a secret. You guys will say it out loud. I know she. Look at how she walk. Look at her bra. Look at her booty. Oh, her booty not even all that to be wearing outfit. You guys will tear down a woman's confidence. She will walk out the house feeling so confident, and you guys will bust out laughing in her face. And she will be depressed for the rest of the day. And then you wonder why people like me come on here and say, oh, white people are not the problem. The black communities tear each other down when it comes to, forget about the gun violence, forget about everybody pew-pewing and unaliving each other and beating each other up and robbing each other and poisoning their own communities with the substance that they sell to their own youth and mothers. Let's forget about that. How about just not being able to exist in black spaces without having to spend $300 on yourself or look like you have? And then you guys wonder why black girls don't be saving no money. I can't even leave the house unless I spent $250 on my hair, $85 on my makeup. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy. So before you guys sit there and you guys are in my comments, that last video got 45,000 views the last time I checked. You guys are in the comments talking about black people this, white people this, they don't like you, they don't like you. There's no time that I've ever been able to go into a black space without dressing myself down. And being so pretty, so put together, makeup for 2 hours, hair for 2 hours. Like, it's impossible. It's impossible. It's impossible to exist in a black space without being judged, tormented, and it's out loud in your face, and they will say it for everyone to laugh and everyone to see. So, yeah, think about that the next time you guys want to get in my comments talking crazy about what I said. So, you guys are so mad at me for saying white people are not the problem. Guess what? White people are no longer the problem within the black community. It's no longer white people. You guys have to find a new group of people to blame for your problems. Because let's be real, all these videos that I watch and just conversations that I hear people having stating that, oh, life wouldn't be this way because white people took everything from us. White people did this. White people burned down this. White people did this to us. Okay, it's 2025. You have migrants that come to this country for 10 years and they own a home. How is that like still the problem? And then you got like it's a constant blaming of slavery on white people, and then you guys want to come at me crazy like, oh, she want to be white. I don't want to be white, baby. These are some bundles that I had in my house, so I got them sewn in. That's not because I want to be white. It's because I like ombre bundles. First of all, second of all, it should be a crime to have 5 children with the intent to gain income from the government. It is premeditated child abuse. That's not white. There's no way that that's a white person's fault or slavery's fault. If anything, you're creating your children to be slaves to you because you guys are not planning for them to go to school. You guys are not making sure they do their homework. You guys are not making sure that they get a job when they turn 16. You guys are not making sure that they have a college fund, or if not a college fund, some way to get scholarships, some way to get funded and go to school. Y'all not doing any of that. They turn 18 and you kick them out. A lot of the black American mothers start having fights with their daughter around 16 and a half, 17 years old. And then you wonder why you and your mom don't get along, because she plans on kicking you out. Because once you're 18 and you're in her house, she sees you as female competition, meaning that any man she brings around is going to want you instead of her. So you got to get out of her house so that she could live her glory days. No. When are black American people going to stop blaming everybody else for their problems and say, it's that woman's fault. It's your mama's fault. Blame your mama. And I'm not saying it's only black people, and I'm not saying that black people only have kids for government benefit. No, because there's a lot of black people from different countries. There's a lot of black people from this country that make sure that they are setting up their lives to have a child and, live life the way you're supposed to live it. Making sure they go to school, making sure they have a job, making sure they have income, teaching them how to open up a bank account. Simple things like that. One thing you guys don't understand is it should be a crime. It is premeditated child abuse. They are birthing a child for the intent to use them for extra little $250 a month. If you can't take care of one child of what the government gives you, why have another one? And then another one. And then 5? Because you want a bigger government apartment? Because you want more government funding? So what, you pay $50 a rent for a 4-bedroom government apartment, $50 a month in rent for a 4-bedroom government apartment, and then you receive $1,000 a month in cash benefits? That's crazy. Like, y'all gotta be, you can't tell me that. That is the problem with the black American community, with the black community. That is the problem. Because not only are you producing 5 children for it's a scam. Y'all act like childbirth is always beautiful. No, it is a scam. It's a scam. You are having children with the intent to scam the government. It's a scam. It's a scam. And that's all it is a scam. It's a scam. It's a childbirth scam. And it's the one thing, the one thing that is like the main issue, and then all the other issues piggyback off that issue. Because if you're having children, you're not teaching them how to open up bank accounts. You're not teaching them to get a job. You're not teaching them to do well in school. You're not teaching them to be morally correct human beings. They turn to a life of crime because at 18 years old, they don't know what to do. Oh, my mama just threw me out. Me and her been fighting, so she threw me out because I'm disobedient. It's not because you're disobedient. It's because the government don't give her money for you after 18. And now Trump talk about after 7, they cutting off the benefits that the government give you for your children after 7. Why? And I hope this don't happen, but watch how many kids end up in foster care. Watch how many young kids end up in foster care. Because, I'm going to have this baby till they turn 7 years old. I'm going to put them in foster care. You know how many children would be better off and I'm not saying that foster care is a better place than a home, but in some situations that are so just disgusting things that parents do and allow the abuse the SA to happen to their kids in their household for the benefit of keeping a man happy rather than keeping their kids safe. You know how many kids will be better off in foster care because they grow up in filthy homes with bugs and all this other stuff crawling around them? Cat pee on their clothes. Bro, I've seen some crazy things in my life, especially working in healthcare. I see some crazy things in a hospital. Okay, let me tell you guys something. You guys can blame white people for the rest of your life. You could tell me that I want to be white all you want. I do not want to be white. I enjoy being black. I want to see more people that look like me doing the right thing. I want to see more people that look like me being morally correct so I don't have to second guess whether I can have a conversation with somebody that has my skin color. I'm not prejudiced in the least bit, but I hate second guessing the fact, can I have a conversation with this person? Will they hate me because of my views? Will they try to fight me? I had people that try to jump me because I was making a valid point because they don't get it through their heads. They think it's cool. That's what we all do. Oh, if you don't like it, you shouldn't be around us then. Or if you don't like it, then maybe you should move to another state. You don't like it, you should do this. They always want you to displace yourself because what they doing is wrong. And then you wonder why there's so many people, drug dealers hugging the block, all these type of people. You wonder why all these type of people is around you. If a child turns 18 and they don't have nowhere to go, and people in the streets is letting them know, like, listen, you can make $300 a day if you stand on this corner and sell stuff to people who look just like you. What they're going to do, they're going to become drug dealers. They're going to break into people's houses. They're going to steal cars. They're going to burglarize things. They're going to do anything they can to survive because they don't know no better. Some of them are smart enough. They have people in their life to teach them, yo, you could get a job. You could do this. You could use this system. You could use this funding agency to go to school, whatever. Everybody don't know that. 5 kids in a household and someone who has never had a job is crazy. And y'all know it's crazy. And I think it should be charged as premeditated child abuse because you are not having those kids because you love kids. Because you don't like them. Look at the way you treat them. Look at the way you spank them. Look at the way you yell at them. Look at the way you talk the butthole lips. Oh, no, you better put that. No. You don't even talk to them with kindness. You don't even treat them with love. Y'all don't even make sure they have good food. All y'all do is buy snacks and keep them in your fridge. Cereal and milk. Ramen noodles, candy, gushers, fruit roll-ups. Come on now. So y'all mad at me for telling the truth? Oh, white people are on food stamps too. But it's not about who's on food stamps. It's about why are you having kids for benefits? You don't see nothing wrong with that? It's not wrong with producing children. People, these are lives. They don't just stay as babies. They grow up. They recognize what you do. They hate themselves. They hate you. And you wonder why black men don't want to date black women. Because look at where he came from. Those black men that don't date black women did not come from a good household. They came from a woman who sat there and pushed out baby after baby after baby from man after man after man so that they could get benefits from the government and use those kids for a house and use them for basically a source of income. It is a scam. That is a whole nother level of child abuse. You are birthing a human being to use them for money. That's not child abuse? The whole intent is to birth them, raise them till they're 18 and throw them to the streets. That's not abuse. That is premeditated child abuse. And then once they're 18, it's just like, whatever. And then you wonder why those black men, the black men who sit there on those podcasts and the black men who say, I would never date a black woman, that's why. Because they think all black women is like that. They never experienced a sound and safe home. Like, do you not understand that these people are, bro, you are creating a life that has a destiny. That has a walk with God, that has a journey. For $250 in food stamps, for $100 something in cash. Really? It's worth $1,000 a month, creating 5 lives that you have nowhere to guide them. You can't teach them nothing except for how to have 5 more. You know how many mothers tell their daughters to have a baby so they could go into the housing system? That's the way of life. You want your child to live. You don't want them to live better than you. They grew up resenting those children. And then those mothers hate their children. They resent their children. They don't love them unless you're the special one that can find a way to make some income outside of the system. White people don't put you into that. You don't have to have 5 kids. You can have 1 and figure it out. After that one, there's birth control. So I'm not trying to say children are mistakes. I'm saying there's birth control. There is protection. There are ways to protect yourself from having a numerous amount of kids. So I ain't trying to hear none of that. But it's what it is, y'all. I'm going to say what I'm going to say every time. White people is not the problem. Slavery happened. But we in 2025 now, and all we doing is diminishing each other's value as people. But whatever, y'all. Y'all can say I want to be white. So you guys are really mad that I constantly am saying that white people are not the problem? My love, white people are not the problem. These other cultures, this racism, it's not the problem. It's not the problem. Let me tell you something. Do you not see how Black American people reward their children for that nasty attitude thing that you guys do? Like, I can have an attitude. I'm sassy with the rest of them. I'm a big, bodacious, sassy queen. I'm a sassy woman, okay? But it's the difference between being sassy and having an attitude problem, okay? So many times, Black American mothers, they reward their daughters and kids for having that nasty attitude problem. It's rewarded with laughter and, reassurance that you're doing the right thing. You know how many times I see these young Black kids cursing out employees at like markets or stores or like wherever. You're getting your food and it'll be like a little 10-year-old, 12-year-old kid being like, no, because that's not what I wanted and I'm gonna get my mama, nigga. Okay, so I was at a store getting like bleach and stuff, and tell me why this little kid was trying to steal from the store, and then he cursed out the guy behind the counter and said his uncle was gonna come pew the guy. And why he come back with adults and they like, you better not mess with him. That's my nephew. That's my... Oh my God. Why do you guys reward this behavior? That is one of the main problems. And then you go and tell your kids, oh yeah, they don't like us anyway. And they racist. And you ain't got to respect them because they don't respect us. You ain't got to respect them because they don't respect us. You guys think I'm lying? No, it's very true. When a little 10-year-old, 12-year-old kid is talking to a grown ass person who's working in like a supermarket or a clothing store or a restaurant, and they'll be like, and I don't care what you guys say because I'm gonna get my mama, and shut up. Yo, I see it everywhere. I see it on social media. I've seen it a couple times in person, and then the mom be like, and you better not say nothing to my daughter because I'll beat your ass. Like, and you're rewarding this behavior with laughter and like, reassurance, like, yeah, mommy love you because you acting like mommy. You know why they do that? Because they see you act that way. They see you behave that way. It is a nasty attitude. That is one of the main problems with the Black American community. The nasty attitude is not cute. You, by all means, can stand up for yourself. You can stand up for yourself. You can be in a situation where if you feel that you are under scrutiny for something that is not your fault, you can stand up for yourself. If you feel like you're being mistreated, by all means, you can stand up for yourself. But one thing you cannot do is mistreat people and then teach your kids to mistreat these people and then reassure them. You don't often see little white kids, I'm telling you, and I'm not trying to be like, I just be going around observing kids' behaviors. No. Listen, there was a time where I don't know if I was at Sweet Green or where was it? No, it's this other place where it's a farm to table place. But anyway, the little white kid was, I can't even think of the place. Anyway, it's not important. The little white kid was ordering their food and they're like, yes, please. Thank you, ma'am. Yes, please. Thank you, ma'am. And I was just like, oh, he's so cute. And like, I was seeing like this one time, this like, where was I? I remember, I don't know what situation it was, but I remember there was a white kid and they like, they go, oh, I'll have this. Yes, please. And I was just like so impressed at how like this tiny kid had so many, had so much manners and was able to like voice what they wanted and was very sure of themselves. And like the dad was like, oh, tell them what you want. They gave them their own option to decide what they wanted, and it wasn't like a snotty-nosed kid. And I'm not saying this is all white, this is all Black kids, because there are beautiful Black children that behave so well. They are well-mannered. Their parents have taught them correctly. But when it comes to the whole Black fatigue thing, I'm telling you, the little Black kids that are acting that way in public, no, That's not cute. You are teaching them the wrong way, because when they get older and they think throwing temper tantrums, because that's what it is, throwing temper tantrums and having nasty little attitudes in public when you're over 21 is not cute. Is not cute. Learn how to be polite. Learn how to be kind. Teach them, like, listen, start with kindness. And then if your kindness is combated with nasty hatred, then you can, move your neck a little bit. Let them know what it is. But don't teach your kids to go into situations being entitled and nasty and making people feel like, oh, I can do whatever I want. And you can't stop me, because if you try to stop me, I'm gonna get my mama. No. It's not cute. It's not called for. You gotta stop that. Because teaching your kids entitlement to a fault is crazy. It's crazy. Like, I don't have children, right? I want kids one day, but I'm getting old, so my ovaries might shrivel up before I even get to have kids, which is so sad. But this video is not about that. What I'm saying is, you have to teach your children, your black children, to change this, like, change it up. Don't act that way. Don't behave that way. It's so nasty, and it's so disheartening. Like, you see this beautiful, pretty little black kid with their curls and their puffs and their cute little pink outfit, or their cute little blue outfit and their cute little sneakers, and I have to do that. My mom said I have to. I'm gonna get my mama. You gonna beat you up. My mama gonna beat your ass. And I'd be like, come and get your baby. Come and get your child. I don't know. It's crazy, y'all, but that's one thing that I think has to stop. Like, stop teaching your kids to be nasty. Stop teaching your kids that everybody's racist. Stop teaching your kids when they go to school, because it's not like, I have, friends that have kids and people that I know have kids. Why is your kids in school calling people racist because they say you wear this, or you're like, stop teaching y'all. Stop teaching black kids that white people hate them. Stop teaching them that, because it messes them up mentally, and they go around the world thinking, I have to behave this way because you already hate me. Anyway, this is a long video, so I'm gonna go get my groceries.
Welcome back. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are watching my video from. Returning subscriber, thank you so much for being here. I love you so much. The new subscriber, I hope you find something good in my videos and you keep on being here. Now, the woman on the video, she is from Jamaican. She is Jamaican American. And she is saying that black people complain too much. Let me ask you something. When Jewish people speak about the Holocaust, are they complaining? When indigenous people talk about colonization, are they playing victim? No. It is called remembering. It is called resisting. It is called truth-telling. But when black people speak about slavery, Jim Crow, police brutality, mass incarceration, suddenly we are complaining. It is like we are not allowed to channel our problem. Calling out injustices is not weakness. Calling out injustices is not being weak. It's not complaining. There's other thing she said, another point she made is that why other races come to America and they make it, why not black people? But there is one thing she's forgetting. Other groups like Asians, Arabs, and even some Africans, they came in America and thrive. We cannot deny that. Why not black people? Let me educate you, my black or my Jamaican American lady. Let me educate you on this. Here is where there is a comparison. Most immigrant groups who comes here are handpicked. They don't come here with nothing. They come here with degrees, wealth, or special visas. Most of them are already holding degrees from their countries. Most of them, they have sold a large tracts of lands. They come here with dollars. And that's why some of them can give someone thousands and thousands of dollars to make them go in the USA or in America. They were not kidnapped. They were not enslaved. They were not tortured. They did not build, or they were not forced to build a country that for free. They were not. And that is the difference. And that's why you will see Arabs, Asians coming here, succeed. Africans coming here and succeed. Why? Because They did not come here and as slaves. They were not forced to come here. They had a plan. They had money. They had something. They had degrees. They had studies. They are coming here already. They have 99%. They are just looking for that 1%. Black Americans did not immigrate. That's one thing you need to know. Black Americans or black people were imported. And when we did build, we get bombed. We get banned. Think of Tulsa. Think of Wilmington. Think of Rosewood. And where are those immigrants communities that were firebombed by the government? None. You can't compare us. We are two different groups with two different journeys. You need to know that. And when you talk about the racial wealth gap, we talk about money. The average white family has 10 times wealth than the average black person or black family. And that didn't happen by accident. It is a policy. Homesteading, land for whites, nothing for freed slaves. GI Bill, white veterans got homes, but black veterans were denied. New Deal housing, white suburbs were built, black people were excluded. Even today, black college graduates, those who have graduated, black people who have graduated, they are paid less than white high school dropouts. I don't know why you are not noticing this. How are we supposed to build wealth when the rules are rigged against us? How are we supposed to thrive more than other races? There is an equality between us. What do you think? How? Because every black generation has to start from zero. Every black American generation have to start from zero. You are a Jamaican American. Maybe when you came here in America, you already had something. You already had your degree. You did not pass through the hardship of attaining a degree in America. You did not pass the hardship of staying in a black neighborhood where there is no quality education, no quality medication. You came here when you are ready. Slavery ended, racism just evolved. To the people saying that slavery is over, what's your excuse now? That's what she's saying. Now, here it is. Slavery ended, but racism didn't. What it did, it just changed the uniforms. Now we have something like redlining, private prisons, health disparities, predatory loans, over-policed schools. It's just racism, but changed uniform. The systems doesn't want you to rise. It wants you to survive just enough to keep producing. That's what is happening to black people. That's what is happening to black Americans. The system is rigged against us. It's not that we keep on complaining, but if you wear the shoes of black Americans, you will know. Maybe as a Jamaican American, it is not easy to understand. As an African Asian, it's not easy to understand how black people survive, how black Americans survive until you wear that shoes, until you are in their own shoes. That's not a coincidence. That is a design. Are we together? The woman said, if we just act better and focus and work hard, everything will be good. She even told black people they are lazy. She's black. I don't know why she talked that way. She said this: you have to pull your pants up as black Americans, speak proper English, stop twerking, then racism will disappear. If I get her right, that's what she said. But let me tell you something. Martin Luther King Jr. wore a suit. He still got assassinated. Philando Castile followed every role, still got shot in front of his daughter. Breonna Taylor was asleep, still ended up dead. George Floyd, name them. Racism doesn't care how well behaved you are. You can't respectably your way out of a system designed to see your skin as a threat. A system, not white people. A system. Don't get me wrong. The system makes you hate yourself. A lot of people say that this lady, she's hating herself. And I think what I think is correct. There is some things that I can agree with her, but she has to understand the history. Those things that I'm saying I can agree with her, it's because if you don't know the history of black people, then you will agree with her. It is painful, but some black folks have internalized this idea that we are the problem. It's not their fault, because when you grow up seeing yourself portrayed as violent, as lazy, as stupid, you start to believe it. That so-called internalized oppression, it is psychological welfare. But let me just be crystal clear about this. Black people are not broken. Black people are not failures. We are not the problem. We are the survivors of one of the longest, most brutal system in the modern history. And we are still here. We are still smiling as black people. We are still creating. We are still surviving with everything that's going on. Even with all obstacles, we are still out here winning. That's the truth. We build businesses, we earn PhDs, we lead movement, we flip culture, we run billion-dollar companies. We have done more with less for longer than anymore. To say that we are the problem, that's erasure, that is disrespectful, and that is false, especially coming from our own, coming from the black skin, coming from this lady. A lot of ladies are here fighting injustices, but this coming from her, it is disrespectful. But to the sister in the video, let me tell you, I understand the frustration and I get the pain. But the answer is not to turn on your own people. The answer is not to go against your own people. The answer is to study the system. We know who we really are. We know where we have come from. We know what has transpired. We are not failing. We are fighting as black people. We are not complaining. We are resisting. We are not the problem. We are the product of a problem that we did not create. That's what you need to know. The more we understand that, the more powerful we become. The more you understand that, the more powerful you become. Next time you hear someone say, why can't black people just get it together? You look at them dead in the eye and say this: why do you keep moving the finish line every time we get closer? Why? Why do you keep moving the finish line when you're getting closer? That's what you will say. I hope it's great. I hope you have seen that video. Don't call her out. Don't dismiss her. Don't cancel her. But again, I understand her pain. I understand her frustration. Maybe it is hating herself. Maybe it's just accepting you're a failure. We are not failures. Please, to my Jamaican lady, learn the history, understand the pain, walk in their shoes, and you understand why all of this is happening. To the white people, I don't blame you. I blame the system that has made you to believe that you are this. But I will tell you again, the white privilege will keep you down someday. You need to watch, you need to come out and think about this. Tell me what you think on the comments about this video. Until next episode, peace out.